guys, so today I just did my foundation for you on camera so that you could see what I do. I used a couple of drugstore products and a couple of high-end products, and yeah, I basically showed you guys what I did. I gave you some tips and tricks. There we go. Tips and tricks on how to do your foundation and how to make it look really good and effortless. So yeah, if you guys have any other questions, just let me know and I'll answer them. And in case I left anything out, it'll be in the bottom bar, along with a list of everything that I used. So I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you for watching, and let's get on to what I did. Okay, so I already have my eye makeup on and I did my eyebrows. Today they're looking kind of funky, so just ignore that. I'm trying some new products. But yeah, I'm just going to show you how I do my foundation and everything else that goes on my skin. So what I'm working with is I have acne prone skin. It's not too sensitive to some things, but it's sensitive to other things, if that makes any sense. It is like combination skin, not too oily, not too dry, but I would say it leans more to the oily side. Let's see, I have hyperpigmentation on some parts of my skin that haven't fully gone away yet. So I do like to try to like kind of just conceal over those. And then of course I have dark circles because I don't sleep, I'm a vampire. So yeah, that's what I'm working with. My favorite foundation to use is the Revlon Colorstay 24-hour combination oily skin foundation. This is in 150 Buff. There's quite a few colors, and then there's a dry formula as well. And if you want to see other foundations that I like, you can go look at my other video, which is about foundations. So I'm just going to put this on my finger like this and then dot it on my skin. And I like to do, depends how full coverage I want, but I usually do like one dot on each part of my face like that. And then I just take my finger again and kind of just spread it out like this. I'm looking at the mirror behind me, so. And I also have one right here too, so. Just in case you're wondering where I'm looking. Okay, so then I'm going to take my handy dandy beauty blender that is already damp, and I'm just going to blend it out. And you want to do dotting motions like this, like up and down. You don't want to rub because you want it to be able to sink into your skin. And if you rub, it's just going to kind of set on top of your skin. You want it to like sink down and look like your skin. And also, if you have a lot of peach fuzz like I do, then you don't want to go up. So, I mean, you can like stay in this area, but you don't want to move up like this because it's just going to drag the hair up and make it more noticeable. So kind of either pat it down or go back over it once you're done with your whole face. Kind of hard since I already have my eye makeup done. Usually I go over my eyelids, but for the purpose of this video I wanted to be half done. But yeah, you can take this over your eyelids too, and that kind of helps the base. That way you don't have to buy another one. Just make sure you fully blend it out. And it's also really helpful if you know your foundation color and what undertone you have, because that is one sign of good makeup, is if your foundation matches your real skin color. Sometimes I like to match my shoulders to my face because my body is always way more tan than my actual face is, so I like to match those. But other times, like today, I like to use my actual color and then just add some bronzer. Okay, so after some foundation, we are going to move on to concealer. And for concealer, I like to use the Hard Candy Glamoflauge concealer. It's really thick, really heavy. If you have mature skin, don't use this. For mature skin, I'd probably recommend, or even younger skin if you don't want to use this, use Maybelline Age Rewind. That's a really good concealer. And then also Maybelline Fit Me concealer is really nice too, so you can use those. And then of course MAC Studio Fix concealer is awesome. They have great concealers as well. So, and I'm just going to put this a little bit on, like literally this much for both eyes. So I'm just gonna dot this right under here on both sides. And then with this concealer, we're also going to highlight. So you're going to take the rest that's on your finger and you're going to put it right here in between your eyebrows. Pick up a little more, put it right here on your chin. That way everything matches. And then again, take your beauty blender and just stipple that in. And before you do your foundation, you want to make sure that you have really moisturized and nice skin, because having good skin is going to mean having good foundation. So and just take your time. It's not going to blend out super fast. Like that. And then you can kind of look over it, see if you want any other full coverage in any areas. I'm going to add a little bit more foundation to this little guy right there. Maybe a little bit over there too. Just for some extra coverage. You can also use a face concealer if you would like. But I'm just going to use my foundation because I don't want too much coverage. I'm okay with letting my people see like my flaws, so I'm not gonna go too full coverage today. Okay, like that. And then just make sure all of your foundation is blended in on the sides of your face. If you need to bring it down your neck a little, make sure you do that. Okay. Next thing we are going to do is we are going to use a face powder to set our makeup. This one is the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. It's literally like $2.99 at Walgreens. It's kind of by like, it's kind of not in like a normal place that makeup is. I mean, it's in the makeup aisle, but it's more like with the nail stuff. But yeah, this is a really nice face powder, and I am just using the translucent one, and there's no number, it just says translucent. I believe there's 3 different shades plus translucent. So I'm just going to take some of that and put it in the cap, and I'm going to take a big fluffy brush like this one and just pop that over my face. And I'm going to make sure I tap off the excess like this, and I know powder goes everywhere, but now we're just going to pat it in. And when you get to under your eyes, because there's a lot of creases under there, you want to pat it. You don't want to rub it. And anywhere else that you might have wrinkles, you want to pat. Don't rub. You can bring a little down your neck, just like that. Okay, and then moving on to the rest of the face. Some people don't like to contour. Personally, I do with a little bit of just a darker color like this one, but on a day-to-day basis, I don't like to do any heavy contouring. I just kind of like to define my cheekbones a little bit more, and then I like blush and highlighter, and that's usually what I like on my face for days like today. Of course, I do have some dramatic makeup, so I'm going to kind of do a little bit more than what I normally do, but yeah. So I'm going to take the NYX Blotting Powder in Deep, and it's number 4. It looks like this, and I'm just going to take this Benefit brush that I've had for a really long time. It came with this boxed blush, and it's just kind of like this. You can get the NARS Ita brush too. It's kind of in that same shape, but it's so expensive, so I don't think you should do that, but you can if you want. So what you're going to do to find the hollows of your cheekbones, you are going to go like this, and you'll see this line. Also, you can feel where it indents on your face. So you're going to put this right there, and you can kind of see mine. Just right there. And then you're going to want to turn the brush upwards and blend it up. Don't blend it down, blend it up. Like that. And then you can add a little bit under your jaw if you want to hide the double chin. Just make sure this is blended. I have definitely had the mistake of not leaving it blended. Definitely had some makeup mishap days, but as long as you keep learning, keep trying, it should all work. And you want to take this to about the end of your eye. You can either take it to the end of your eye or the end of your eyebrow. I like to take it to the end of my eye because I do like the sculpted cheekbone look. And then you can take it on your forehead if you want to make your forehead smaller. Basically what we're doing is we're adding shadows to the face to make things pop. So adding a shadow to the sides of your forehead is going to make your forehead look smaller and your face look slimmer. And then just take your fluffy brush again and blend everything. And then if you want, you can contour your nose. I don't really have a huge issue with my nose, so I just kind of define it a little bit more. So just add some to the sides of your nose. And then if you like to make your lip a little bit bigger, add some to the bottom of your lip. So that's what I'm going to do for contouring, and again, make sure it's all blended out. You definitely don't want any harsh lines when it comes to contouring. And then what we're going to do is add a little bit of blush. This is the Benefit Dandelion blush. And it's super pretty. It's just this like light dusty pink color. I'm just going to take a blush brush, dip my brush in there, and put it on my cheeks. This blush is very light, so you do have to build it up, which is why it looks like I'm putting a ton on, but I'm not. So there's that. And then you want to make sure that none of this product is getting right here. So what we're going to do is take a little bit of our face powder that we set our foundation with, the Coty loose Airspun powder, and just dust that right underneath here. Some makeup artists do this thing called baking, and it's where they leave that powder under there and then let it set in the skin, so that way when you take it away, it looks super, super, super crisp and clean against the contour line. But for our everyday basis, people probably are not going to want to do that, so you can just do this. And then I am going to add some highlight because I love highlighter. This is Mary Lou-Manizer by the Balm. Excuse my broken nail. And I'm just going to take this on a little flat brush, kind of like this. Put that on the tops of the cheekbone. And you can put it down your nose, on your cupid's bow, on your chin, and a little bit on your forehead. And then you can double check everything, make sure everything looks great, and then you can use a setting spray if you would like. So I have two here that I want to show you. I have the MAC Fix Plus, and then I have the NYX Matte Finish spray. So you can either pick whichever one you want. If you want to look a little bit more dewy, you can use this one. If you want to look a little bit more matte, you can use this one. So I'm going to spray my face with this, the matte one. And that just keeps your makeup in place all day. Usually I don't use one, but for the purpose of this video I will. But it does help. I do notice a difference. So there's that. And then there's also one by Urban Decay that's really nice too. So yeah. Alright guys, there's how I did my foundation. So I hope that you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon. Bye.